What's up? It's Richie here and Angela here with Statifying Football. These are your college football picks. I'm going to do my previews and separate videos. Go check those out. We're just going to go through these pretty rapid fire. The first three games will be the Friday games. North Carolina Tar Heels taking on the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. I'm going Wake Forest. Then you got Kansas Jayhawks taking on Boston College. I got Boston College. And the final game, what I'm excited about, should be a shootout. Washington State against Houston. I'm going to side with Washington State here, but it should be an awesome game. All right, going to the Saturday ones. Okay. Are you going to say something?
Oh, should I give those? What I picked?
If you want to see her, she went Wake Forest, Boston College, and Houston with those. So, all right, going to the Saturday games. Arkansas State taking on Georgia. I got Georgia. If you can say it too.
Arkansas State, I'm going for.
Then we got Ohio State versus Indiana. I'm going to go Ohio State.
I'm going for Indiana.
Pittsburgh, Penn State. I'll go Penn State with this one.
Pittsburgh.
Miami of Ohio versus Cincinnati. I got Cincinnati.
I got Miami of Ohio.
1AA Chattanooga taking on Tennessee. I'm going to go Tennessee.
I'm going for Tennessee as well.
Kansas State taking on Mississippi State. Interesting non-conference game. I'm going to go with Kansas State.
I am too.
1AA Furman taking on Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech. I'll go with them.
Virginia Tech.
Another interesting non-conference game, NC State against West Virginia. I'll go with NC State.
I did too.
Eastern Michigan against Illinois. I'll go Illinois here.
Me too.
Maryland versus Temple. Maryland's been their first two games. Nobody saw it coming. They put up 79 and then 63 points. I'll go Maryland here.
I'm going Temple.
Possible upset, but I'll go Maryland.
If Maryland wins.
If Temple wins, that'll be an upset.
Yeah, I'm going for Temple.
1AA Citadel against against Georgia Tech. My bad. I'll go Georgia Tech here.
Georgia Tech as well.
Air Force versus Colorado. Outside of Colorado, but this is possible upset.
If Air Force wins?
If Air Force wins, yeah.
Going Air Force.
Florida Atlantic against Ball State. Florida Atlantic hasn't looked very good. This could be a shootout. I'll go Florida Atlantic though.
Florida Atlantic as well.
Norfolk State, which is 1AA against Coastal Carolina. I'll go Coastal Carolina here.
Coastal Carolina.
New Mexico taking on Notre Dame. I'll go Notre Dame.
Till they get in a conference, New Mexico.
Akron versus Central Michigan. This could be a pillow fight. not very good teams. I'll go Central Michigan here.
I went for Akron.
Alabama taking on South Carolina. I think Alabama.
Of course, I picked South Carolina.
Stanford traveling across the country to take on UCF. Stanford just lost big, although they might have their quarterback returning for this game. However, I'm going to go UCF here.
UCF.
Eastern Carolina take on Navy. Could be interesting. I'll side with Navy.
Navy as well.
Memphis, South Alabama. I'll go Memphis here.
I went for South Alabama.
Army taking on UTSA. This should be Army.
Army as well.
USC taking on BYU. Both coming off nice wins, but I'll go USC here.
And I went with BYU.
Georgia Southern versus Minnesota. I'll go Minnesota here.
Georgia Southern.
UNLV taking on Northwestern. UNLV's got a decent offense, but I'll go with Northwestern here.
Northwestern.
That could be closer. That could be UNLV. Oklahoma State taking on Tulsa. I'll go Oklahoma State.
I went for Tulsa.
Arizona State versus Michigan State. Possible upset if Arizona State were to win, but I'll go with Michigan State.
And I'm going for Arizona State.
Iowa versus Iowa State. This is in Ames, Iowa, where Iowa State is. This is where game day will be, but I'll go with Iowa, the Hawkeyes.
I'm going with Iowa as well.
1AA Southeastern Louisiana taking on Ole Miss. I got Ole Miss.
I have Ole Miss.
Colorado State taking on Arkansas. Arkansas has not looked very good. Colorado State's offense kind of has. I'll go Colorado State here.
And I went for Arkansas.
Louisville taking on Western Kentucky. I'll go Louisville.
I went for Western Kentucky.
Bethune-Cookman taking on Miami. Miami 0-2 for the first time since 1978. I think they finally win now. So Miami.
Miami, they what?
They are 0-2, and it's the first time they've started 0-2 since 1978.
Oh.
Idaho State taking on Utah. I got Utah.
I have Iowa State.
North Texas against Cal. This is kind of interesting to me. Cal's got a really good defense. They just upset the number 14 team Washington last night. North Texas has a really good offense from this USA. This could be interesting. I really want to go with North Texas, but I'll side with Cal here.
I'm going California as well.
Cal Poly 1AA taking on Oregon State. I go Oregon State.
Me too.
Louisiana Tech taking on Bowling Green. Possible shootout, but I'll go... Ooh, I don't know. I'll go Louisiana. No. Yeah, I'll go Louisiana Tech.
And I'm going for Bowling Green.
Idaho taking on Wyoming. I'll go Wyoming.
I did too.
Buffalo versus Liberty. I'll go Buffalo.
I'm going for
Possible shootout. South Carolina State taking on USF. USF sucks really bad, but I'll still go USF here because South Carolina State's 1AA.
I'll go for South Florida.
South Florida needs to fire their coach. UMass versus Charlotte. I'll go Charlotte. Southern Mississippi against Troy. This is an interesting non-conference game. It's USA versus Sunbelt. Could be a shootout. I'll go Troy though.
I'm going with Troy.
Ohio against Marshall. Possible shootout. I'll go Marshall.
I'm Marshall as well.
Kent State against Auburn. I'll go Auburn.
I'm going for Kent State.
Florida versus Kentucky. Florida, who knows? But Kentucky, their quarterback got hurt. He may be done for this season. But their backup is a transfer in from, I think, Troy, and he was pretty decent there. But I'll still go Florida here.
I'm going Florida.
1AA, Lamar taking on Texas A&M. I'll go Texas A&M.
Texas A&M as well.
We got New Hampshire against Florida International. Florida International has not looked very good the first two games, but I think they should win this one.
FIU as well.
Texas State taking on SMU. I'll go SMU here.
SMU as well.
Weber State taking on Nevada. I got Nevada.
Me too.
Georgia State against Western Michigan. Possible shootout. I'll go with Western Michigan.
Same here.
Murray State taking on Toledo. I'll go Toledo.
Same here.
Duke against Middle Tennessee State. It could be close, but I'll go Duke.
Duke as well.
Clemson taking on Syracuse. Syracuse is terrible. They should. I said it before the season started. They should not have been ranked, and what they've done in the last 2 weeks has proven me right. So I'll go Clemson.
And I'm going Syracuse for the upset.
Northwestern State 1AA against LSU. LSU all the way.
I'm going for Northwestern State.
Hawaii against Washington. I want to pick Hawaii. Washington just got upset by Cal last night. Hawaii's got a really good offense. This could be a shootout back and forth. I'll side with Washington, but that keep an eye on that one.
I'm going to Hawaii.
TCU against Purdue, interesting non-conference game, possible shootout. I want to side with no. Let's see. I really want to side with Purdue here, but it's because offense blinds me.
Purdue's good in offense?
Yeah.
Oh.
TCU could be, but we don't know. I'll go Purdue.
I'm going Purdue.
Southeast Missouri State, 1AA taking on, what is it, Missouri? Yeah, I'll go Missouri.
Me too.
Florida State against Virginia. This will be an interesting ACC game. Very evenly matched. Florida State, though, almost choked against Louisiana Monroe. Like, only won in overtime because Louisiana Monroe missed an extra point. They won 45-44. I'm going to go Virginia here, though. Virginia, I think their quarterback better. I think their team might be, it's kind of even, and I'll go for Virginia.
I'll go with Florida State.
Texas Southern taking on the Louisiana Raging Cajuns. I'll go Louisiana.
I'm going Texas Southern.
Oklahoma against UCLA. I had high hopes for UCLA, but they lost to San Diego State, who's a good Mountain West team, but they did not look good. UCLA did not look good. Oklahoma should drill them.
I'm going for UCLA.
Texas taking on Rice is Texas all the way.
I'm going for Rice.
Northern Illinois taking on Nebraska. Nebraska was just kind of upset. Northern Illinois has they're a decent team from the MAC. They held their own against Utah, but I'll still go Nebraska here.
I'm going for Northern Illinois.
San Diego State taking on New Mexico State. San Diego State just had a nice win against UCLA. I'll go San Diego State.
Me too.
Missouri State 1AA taking on Tulane. I'll go Tulane.
Me too.
Portland State taking on Boise State. I'll go Boise State.
I went with Portland State.
One of the games I'm looking forward to most is Texas Tech against Arizona. This could be a shootout of shootouts. If anybody remembers a couple years ago when Texas Tech took on Arizona State, and that one was like a 70-63 or 70. It was like something, both teams had over 60. It was like some crazy score. This could get to that kind of range. Both quarterbacks good.
So they're pretty even?
Yeah, even, and their offenses, I don't see much defense in this game. I like Texas. I actually like both teams. I want to side with Texas Tech, but I'm leaning Arizona. I'll go Texas Tech.
I'm going for Texas Tech.
And nightcap, the final game, Monday, Montana taking on Oregon. It shouldn't be too close. I'll go Oregon.
I'll go Oregon. And where's game day at?
Game day is in Ames, Iowa.
The Iowa State?
Iowa State. So it's not.
Is that the game?
No.
Well, what game is it for?
That's where college game day is. It's in Ames, Iowa for Iowa State and Iowa.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. So those are our picks. You want to check out the previews? I try not to preview too much because I got videos for them. Go check them out. Peace.
See ya.